Pandemonium here at Hershey Park, and it definitely had a thrill. The first hill got me a little bit. It was fun. It's very similar to Diamondback at Kings Island, if you're familiar with that one, but this one is longer, has more hills, and more airtime overall, so that should help. And then, so it gets the point for fun, gets the point for thrill. I would ride it again. In the queue, we use the fast track, but the workers on this particular shift are not the most efficient, so it took a long time to get people like on and off. So I can't really give it the point for that, and my dad also wanted to let everybody know that. So we give it a 4. Go.
So we just rode Pandemonium at Hershey Park. It's an E&M Hyper, which means it goes over 200 feet tall. Fun fact. It was definitely fun. It definitely had a thrill, and I would say it's worth riding again, or at least multiple times. Maybe not twice in a day, but definitely every time you come back, I would say it's worth a ride. I think the theme was decent, like candy themed in general, but it doesn't have anything spectacular. And then the queue was pretty basic, so I'll give like half a point for both of those. So it's a 4 out of 5 in total.
Just got off the Tilt-A-Whirl, a classic carnival type attraction. We had tons of fun. We fit 4 people in the car. Maybe don't recommend 4 grown people in a Tilt-A-Whirl car, but it made it really fun. There was a little bit of a thrill. It's just a very traditional carnival ride, so not much else special about the theme or the queue or anything like that. So it is a solid 3 out of 5. I would definitely ride it again. Just got off the Scrambler. Again, another carnival classic ride. It was fun, not really a thrill. Nothing interesting about the queue, but I would ride it again because it gives you a nice breeze on a hot day, and it's just really chill and relaxed, and nothing interesting about the theme. So it's a solid 2, but it's a good 2. Alright, just got off of Comet. It is kind of like an antique-ish wooden coaster. Similar track layout and design to something like Blue Streak at Cedar Point or the Racers at Kings Island, but it is smoother than the Racers. So it was fun. A little bit of a thrill. I'll give it like a half a point for the thrill. It definitely fits like the old-timey carnival style, so I'll give it the point for the theme. The queue is outside. There aren't really a lot of fans, and it was pretty slow moving, not super efficient, so I can't give it the point for that. Would I ride it again? I don't know about today, but like maybe next time I come. So I'm gonna say like a 3.5.
We just got off of the Comet. It's a wooden roller coaster. The layout is not like that interesting for a one-year roller coaster, but it was pretty fun. The layout, it does kind of weave in and out of Sky Rush, the roller coaster right next to it, so that was pretty cool. The queue is pretty basic. It's an old wooden roller coaster, and there really isn't a theme, so I'd give it like a 3.5. Probably.
Just got off of the Reese's Cup Fusion ride. It was so cute. I loved the theme. The little characters were so fun, and it was like a shooter type ride where you have to like shoot little things. It was so fun. No thrill. I mean, there was a slight little hill which was kind of thrilling, so maybe I'll give it like a half. But really cute. The queue again, just overall, I'm unimpressed with Hershey's efficiency in getting people on and off the rides. I guess that's where Disney does it a little bit better, because it's just taking a really long time to like actually get in the cars. So I can't give it the point again for that. So I'm gonna say, would I ride it again? Absolutely. I think it's a ton of fun and has a really cute theme. Fun, but like half a point for the thrill. So it's like a 3.5 for me. Alright, just got off of the Laugh Track. It's an indoor roller coaster, and this one was probably the best themed one in my opinion. There were like some creepy little like funhouse surprises, but it was like all funhouse theme. It was like black lights, and so this one had the best theme by far. The queue, again, very, very slow, even in the fast track lane. It's just a slow moving park. But it was fun and a little bit of a thrill, so I give that one a 4 out of 5.
We just did the Laugh Track. It's spelled LAFF. I think due to Laffy Taffy, but I don't remember if Laffy Taffy's actually owned by Hershey or not. But yeah. yeah, it was pretty fun. I didn't spin as much as I thought it would, but it was pretty fast. The theming was good, except for the clown. That was scary. I didn't like that. And the queue was probably the most themed so far because it was also themed. It had some fun little mirrors and stuff. So it probably gets like a 3.75 maybe. I don't think I'm quite willing to give it a 4, but I'll go like a 3.7.
Just came off the lightning. Racers were a little bit bummed because we couldn't even race. They didn't have both trains running, so it was just lightning. We didn't race, but it's a big ride. It's a fast ride, so it definitely gets the thrill. It is a little rough. I have a slight headache right now, so I'm not sure if I would say it was fun. I'll give it like a half a point because it was fun while I was on it, but now I'm not feeling the best. It's like a little jostly, so I'm gonna give it like a point for the thrill, but half a point for the fun. Not really, I can't really give it the theme because we didn't race and nothing major about the queue, so probably like a 2.5. It was fun and like I would definitely recommend it, but don't like know what you're getting into, I guess.
We just did the lightning racer. It was fun. It was very intense but it's an old wooden roller coaster, so it makes sense. I would say it does have rewritability. Unfortunately, both trains weren't running today, but when they are, you can rewrite both trains, like both sides, to see which one's better or worse. Like a half a point for theme probably because it does have the theme of the racing, but the queue and otherwise was whatever. But it's definitely fun, definitely thrilling, and definitely just a good ride in general. So I'll probably give that one a 4. I would say.
We just got off the Wild Mouse. It was a lot of fun. We had lots of laughs. There was a thrill. There were some thrills in there. I literally was looking out over the water park and felt if I tip out, I'm going to end up in this pool. So it was fun, thrill. The theme fits with like the old-timey midway type, so I'm going to give it like a half a point. It was one of the shortest, wait times that we've had. So it was almost a walk-on. So I'm going to go ahead and give it the Q. This one, and I would ride it again. So this one gets a 5 out of 5 for me. So Wildcats Revenge, it's their newest one. It is a steel wooden hybrid. The same concept as Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. It was awesome. It was super smooth, super fast. You got some air times. There were definitely thrills. It was a lot of fun. I did have a headache afterwards, and it was like really smooth. So I think it's just that it goes upside down. I think that's starting to get to me. We waited about an hour, about 55 minutes to an hour, and I would say it was worth the wait. So I'm going to give it a point for the queue, point for fun, point for thrill. The theme, there really wasn't one, but it had some cute like decor once you got, like we're getting ready to get on the ride, so I'll give it like a half a point. And I would definitely ride it again. So it gets like a 4.5 out of 5. It's just missing like the theming aesthetic.
We rode Wildcats. It's been a couple hours now. We were doing other stuff, but it was great. We waited a little bit for it, but not too bad, about an hour, so it was worth it. It was a pretty long ride. It's an RMC, so it's very smooth, good inversions, lots of airtime, good first drop, decent theming all around, and the queue was pretty standard, so it gets like a 4.5, 4.75, if not a 5, but it was great. Loved it. I would ride it again.
All right, we found the little water ride, not the big one. There's like a big one where you get really wet. We just did the little log flume. It's called Coal Cracker. It was fun. There was a little bit of a thrill, and it had like no theming, no aesthetic, but it was still like a very fun, family-friendly thing. The queue had hardly a wait. It's had hardly a wait all day, so it gets the point for that. I would definitely ride it again. It's a solid 4 out of 5. There's just not really any theme. Like, it doesn't, but it was fun though. Also, fun fact, here at Hershey Park, the boardwalk is actually a water park with like tube slides and water attractions and everything. You can wear your bathing suit in that part of the park only, but it's included with your park admission, which is something that a lot of water parks don't do. A lot of the times it's separate. So that is unique to this park. And there's also a zoo located at the back of Hershey Park called Zoo America, which is a wildlife park all about North American animals and wildlife. And we went back there because it's also included with our admission. It's a nice little walking tour, nice little break out of the heat. There was lots of places to sit down. It's very serene. There was not very many people back there at all. So I highly recommend a nice little 20-25 minute break in your day. And it was nice. We did get to see some different birds. We saw like a lynx, an owl. We saw a porcupine. So just some different North American wildlife. So that was pretty cool too. Well, we just got off of Storm Runner. While we were in line, they put another car on the track, so it gets the point for Q because it was listed at 90 minutes and we only waited about 40, so that gets definitely a point. It was fun, although I do have a headache, again, but it definitely has a thrill. It goes straight up, straight down, and then has some loops and things, so it definitely gets all of those. It was fast.
Oh, it's like right
again, no real theme, but it was like a nice shaded queue line, but I would definitely ride it again. However, I do have a headache, so I could not do it again tonight, but when I come back next time, I would do it again. So I'm gonna give this one a 4.75 because it doesn't really have a good theme. So it's like a 4.75, but it might be my favorite so far today.
Storm Runner was awesome. Fantastic launch. Q was a typical roller coaster queue, so it doesn't really matter. But the line wasn't bad at all. We got on quicker than it was posted, and good airtime, some good views because of the hills, and a great launch. Pretty short, but I understand why it has to be that way. So I would give it like a 4.5 out of 5, maybe 4.75. It was a lot of fun. It might be my favorite, but Sky Rush is also really fun.
Alright, so here at Hershey, Sky Rush is also known as Thigh Crush, and it really does crush your thighs. It's a very intense ride, it's a short ride, so I don't recommend waiting more than like 30 minutes because you're literally only on the ride for like 30 seconds. But it's very fun, it's very thrilling, but your thighs do hurt at the end, so definitely take that into consideration. The queue, very standard roller coaster queue. And like I said, I wouldn't wait more than 30 minutes for it because it's a short ride, so I'm not going to give it the point for that. It is definitely a rush, so I'm going to give it the theme. And I would definitely ride it again, but note that your thighs will hurt. So it's a 4 out of 5 for me. I don't know if it was my favorite today.
Alright, so Sky Rush, it's called Thigh Crush for a reason because it does hurt, but it's very fun, very intense, basically non-stop thrill the whole time. There isn't any breaks. Probably the most intense first drop I've ever experienced on a coaster, and as a coaster enthusiast, it's a pretty high bar. But yeah, lots of great airtime, very fast, good inversions, good transitions and good turns. It is short, but I think that makes it a little bit better. Yeah, it was probably a 5 out of 5, probably tied for my favorite.